Good morning, beautiful. If you're coming across this, then you are catching the Timeless Tarot. So wherever you are catching it at time, it is time. That being said, this is general collective. Never force these readings to fit. Whether or not it does resonate, if you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out in the email address below or find me on any social platform. See about any sales going on, ask me about the services I provide. Let's do this. Now, I don't want you to be afraid of the cards that come out or how they lay. It's how the story comes together as a whole. We're using Rider-Waite. Deck is cleansed. We have, how does this one show up? Okay, so we're gonna flip like that. All right, coming in hot, baby. We're working with air and water energy. So this, it's going to involve a merriment of your heart and your mind and keeping it balanced. The Knight of Swords is talking about this coming in fast. Try and keep your head above water. Try to keep a clear head while this is all moving like wildfire around you. What else do you need to know about this? Messages, very powerful. It's time to surrender in this. It doesn't feel like a loss. Looks can be deceiving. I need you to know that. You might hear the dogs in the background. Why are they barking right now? The mail already came. I don't even know. I'm gonna give it one moment. You know what? I'll be right back. All right, so they were barking at other people walking dogs because why not? Better stay off the road, man. But I did discover I forgot my coffee out there, so blessing in disguise, really. All right, you. So as I was saying, looks can be deceiving. Don't let the illusion of what seems to be a loss or giving up derail you from anything. We have something that is coming in really fast, and I want to see what that is, because what we're looking at right now, it's very emotional. I really need you to be honest with yourself in this situation about how you're feeling, what your needs are, what you're missing, what you feel like you're missing, what you want, all of that. So what do you need to know, my love? What do you need to know? Wow. So what I'm seeing in this is you're impatient. You know, I've said this before in readings. If you're new to the channel, it's somewhere in the back. Go ahead and see if you're pulled to anything. But I've said in previous readings, I've said in personal readings, I've said in my own life that just because it isn't happening right now doesn't mean that it isn't happening. And if what you wanted was thrown in front of you right now, would you be ready for it? If not, then you got to do the work. So what I'm seeing here is what you were looking at as the Three of Cups, what seemed to be secure, what seemed to be uplifting, party-like even. Whether it's a person or a situation in your life, you're looking at knocked over cups. There's too many people or too many opponents, too many pieces involved in this puzzle. So it got knocked over. It became a mess. We see the Two of Cups behind. It's time for you to cut through all the BS and carry on. You have big jobs in front of you. What I'm seeing here is, if this is involving people in your life, this is involving soulmates. And you have to learn how to actually stand and move in passion. And how many birds up there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. new cycles. We're talking freedom. And learning how to roll with it. We got to carry on in this situation. So I was watching the Awareness Shop, and they have the show called 11sies. This card came up today, and they have a card of the day. Today was, as I'm recording this, it's Tarot Tuesday, but again, wherever you're catching this in time, there's a reason behind it. I want you to receive these opportunities that are being handed to you right now, because you trying to do everything, trying to maintain everything is causing you to break. You can literally do all of these things and everything in front of you. You can spread yourself so thin, but it's making you ineffective in your pursuits. So this is talking about having to make a choice, and make a choice for right now. Some things you have to put on the back burner for right now, because, well, you're doing too much and you're burning yourself out. And that's, again, making you ineffective. What do we have here? Look, oh my God. It came out in reverse. A lot of differences being worked out right now. If we're looking at a life situation, what is this talking about? You're not giving up. You're really not. I see that you're becoming really focused. You really have to do this one thing at a time. This is so emotional for you. This is a lot of water energy, 5th chakra energy, and very loving energy. It doesn't have to be directed at a person, but I see that there's so many things that are requiring your attention. You have to get focused and start picking these off one by one. And I do see that you're doing that. I don't see you giving up. I really don't. This is a huge change in your life. You have to do these big events to make these big changes. So if you're looking at love or personal relationships, you have to make a choice. There's one that's a gift, and you really can't lie. You can't lie about what works for you and what doesn't in this life, and who you are working with personally, emotionally. Be honest. There's also a choice. This is all about choices if you're looking at personal relationships. You know, there's happiness, and then there's different kinds of happiness, and your changes, what you used to want and what you used to use as your talisman of hope isn't working anymore. This change has been occurring for an extended period of time, but I feel like now you're just pausing to look back and notice just now how different everything is. There's a lot of avoidance in this situation, whether it's romantic or platonic. You're avoiding something. You're avoiding making a decision. You're at a place of indecision, and I see you canceling out. I see you trying to cancel out your heart. Whether this is romantic or not, how is that going to work for you? You can't go numb. Look at this. This is even talking about your old coping tools not being a viable option anymore. You can't go that route. You can't just turn off anymore. You can't just plow through everything. You have to start making choices. You can't avoid this anymore in your life. I see that some of you need to change your setup. Some of you need to change who you're collaborating with on this. Some of you really need to learn or acknowledge the lessons learned. A lot of grounded energy around this. This is surrounding a lot of grounding energy, earth energy. We even have water energy, and there's also air energy. I'm not really seeing fire in this. Huh. Okay. So, 9 out of 12 signs. Great. the absence of fire. So that also is an indicator of losing a passion. All right. So everything that is not Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, these are the absent energies. So whatever's on the other side of this can be an indicator of a time frame, or the person, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, but also it can bring up personal traits. This is what you're looking at if it is a personal connection. So what's the advice and what to look out for if this is a life situation? I am splitting this reading up, aren't I? What to avoid? We got these two. And this is a third. Don't control the demolition and squander everything. It is rising above. Don't succumb to this. Don't let yourself feel defeated in this. Avoid feelings of defeat. Avoid feelings of failure. Avoid feeling like you have to somehow become a monster to control the situation in this life direction. We're looking at personal relationships. What do you have to look forward to? Oh, sorry, what do you have to avoid? Avoid dragging out some sort of, you've got to let something end in your life. You've got to close off chapters with connections in your life. The people of the past, some of them can't go with you to where you are now. I'm sorry if you're watching this. If you stumbled across this reading today, chances are you've gone through a personal ascension. Everybody's on their own paths, and the paths are starting to deviate. So, that being said, how can you try and drag this with you by some illusion? I'm seeing the nurturing qualities, and I'm seeing the earth energy around this. Oh my God, even more earth energy around this. Wow. So this, in this, don't let yourself become ungrounded. If you are feeling overwhelmed, if you're getting stuck in your mental body, don't let that be the doorstop here. Let this open up. You have to work on your grounding security, so be very practical about it. And that's about closing chapters in your life. And I'm seeing this break away from personal politics and feeling like there's some sort of soul debt. That is, no, there's no soul debt. Whatever this is, nobody owes anybody anything. That crazy sense of being owed, that soul debt, that life debt, no, no. Cancel it out right now. That is keeping you in prison to some sort of ideal in your life. All right, there's a lot of nerves that need to be gotten over in this one, and I think that your nerves are shot, and I think that it's what's preventing you from moving forward. So this is what to avoid. Avoid it like the plague. All right, and what's the advice for moving forward in this life direction? All right, so that's the advice. Direct, deliberate. The theme of the reading and the life direction, the advice is know when to call it quits. Know when to call it quits, baby. It's okay. It's okay. The discomfort is not going to last. The pain is not going to last. And we're going to figure out what you have to look forward to. All right, let the secrets come up to the surface because it is what needs to come up to close the chapter. And if this is resonating for you in your personal relationships, own it. Some of these they can be interchangeable. If something is really hinging on you, like, oh my God, chances are it's a message for you. So yeah, This all needs to come up now. This about you and your path and your life needs to come up now so it can solidify the closure of this. This is what you have to look forward to, ultimate closure. Thank God for that. And if we're looking at personal relationships, what's the advice? Come on. Don't let the stops stop you. This is divine intervention. Let the stops happen. Let the blocks happen. There's a reason behind it. What do you need to know? Out with it. Ooh, too many cards. Not doing it. Not doing it. Look at what came out. No, no, no. As what to do? Yeah, not doing all that. Let's see. What do you need to know? Ooh, geez, okay, seriously? Stop living in paranoia. Not everybody is watching you. That is perfectly okay. Listen, the cycle, it has to come to a close. You in anxiousness, in the worst possible way, the anxiousness, if making a decision on that, it's going to make you emotionally unstable, and you are going to make a decision that is going to become a even more excruciating learning lesson. What you have to look forward to if you let your anxiety rule you. Don't let your anxiety rule you. Don't live in paranoia. Don't feel like you're being watched by everything. Don't worry about a misstep. What you have to look forward to is, with that, is emotional instability, which I feel like I need to get clarification on. All right, simplify, let go, defend yourself. So that, would you start sticking up for yourself? If you feel something, if you have a hunch of something, don't just hold on to it. Call it out. It's time for you to be action. So this is dealing with fire energy. This is Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, or personal traits or time frame. Might mean something to you, it might not, but it's time for you to drop the shenanigans, call it out, and start having your own back in this. You got to do it. So if you follow the advice in the life path, what do you have to look forward to? What's the result of this? Knight of Pentacles, and then we have healing. So good. Investing in healing. I see you jumping ship and going another route, and it's not a failure. You can't look at this as a failure. It's a redirection. It's divine intervention. It really is. But it's going to be uncomfortable because it is change, but honor that discomfort. It's healing. Sometimes healing looks kind of ugly, doesn't it? But it's there. So if we're looking at personal relationships, romantic, platonic, do not care. If you follow the advice, what is the likely result? Avoiding certain disaster. And there is no point of realignment with it. You are on the path. And what else? Come on out with this. Parrot, let's do this. I see you working on relationships, and I see you calming down. There is hope, and you are going towards what seems to be a changed, desirable high priestess, somebody high on their throne in your truth. And let's see, healing, change, spiritual growth, a lot of desire. You're gonna be happy and thriving in your personal relationships, and it is going to be work to get there, because I feel like whoever this is in your life, I don't feel like it's a new start. I feel like this is somebody who you don't necessarily have to take action towards. I think that this is already present. So this, start from where you are. I see you having to start from where you are now. It's not a start over. There's hope in the personal relationship department. And I do see High Priestess. Somebody who's incredibly self-assured. Confidence is all over the place on this. That is very awesome. And it's the best of both worlds. So mental, emotional, spiritual, literal, all of them. But I do see it growing. Okay, so you're going to be going through some challenges right now. That's understandable. The challenges are temporary. The hardships are temporary. They're always necessary. Either it's by past decisions, which now you are learning the lessons from, or it's pushing you out of the situation to a point of such discomfort that you have no other choice but to go and change. So come on. The discomfort is leading towards a lot of cards, I know. I wonder how many cards I have in front of me. I'm not even going to count them. The discomfort is leading towards, changes that you did not want to see. Changes that you tried to avoid in the first place. You can't avoid your fate and destiny, first off. And you want to know what? You don't need to keep having a new beginning. You don't have to keep having a rebirth. This isn't about that. I do see earth energy around the sun, moon, rise, Venus, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And there is something that you can depend on. And it is something that is not going to depend your happiness on, but it's something in your life, an awakening, a spiritual teacher, a spiritual opportunity. This knowing when to speak and knowing when to be silent, wisdom coming through that is leading you to be able to depend on happiness, depend on yourself. And let's see. It's work, it's an investment, and you can't hold back anymore. All right, you got big jobs in front of you, but it is worth it. Embrace the discomfort, embrace the uncertainty. There's a reason behind all of it. I promise you, it's going to get better. You're going to thrive. You're experiencing redirection. And you want to know what? It wouldn't have been this bad or intense, but I understand why people were dragging their feet. I'm definitely as guilty as that in the past as anyone else. So you're in good company. This is going to be a process. Allow this process to take place in your life. You are so worth this. Your life, your purpose, and your direction is worth it. So I hope that this finds you well. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. And this is all for you. Bye, love. All right, we're going to try this again. That last reading, it was not sitting well. Didn't feel like the message. So I'm going to cleanse the cards, and we are going to do this again because I can. All right, if you're coming across this, what do you need to know right now? What does Spirit want to tell you? Okay, listen, you are the victor in this, and I do see that you are avoiding a disaster. Lightning is not going to strike the situation, and it does actually feel like, it doesn't feel like alignment, but it feels like the pause in alignment. Yeah. All right, how does this want to show up? Because, okay, I figured. Whatever it is, it's taking too long. Your impatience is not working for you. So you want to work on this, but there's nothing really for you to do. You got to keep yourself busy right now. This is in regard to, it can be a choice, but I really feel like this is a personal relationship of sorts. This block is necessary. It's not like you're being blocked from somebody. It's not like you're blocking somebody. I'm seeing there be no movement forward, and that's essential right now. You're in the waiting grounds with this connection. Whoever this is in your life, can be romantic, can be platonic. Honestly, it doesn't matter because it's not meant to go anywhere right now. You have other things that you have to work on. You have to keep yourself busy. You are healing from a situation which you are dragging your feet with. Let's see. I know that you're on top of this. I want clarification. Yeah, this is turning into a longer mini read, isn't this? And I also want this one too. All right, so why is this not moving forward? Because you have control issues in this. It's not going the way that you want it to go, and it's not going the way you have scripted in your head. So you're in resistance. And until you figure that out and alter the direction that you have to go in, the other stuff isn't going to go anywhere. It's going to wait for you to get your head out of your tuchus, but you're going to do it. I'm not talking crap about you. I need you to understand that. I understand the impatience and also the stubbornness. but it's going to realign itself. But the sooner you surrender to it, the sooner this can happen. So focus, center, all that. Hey there, beautiful. If you're coming across this, this might be a spirit message for you. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're going to see what you need to know right now. Okay. Well, feels like you have to depend on something right now. Are you putting the focus on other people so that they can be your guide rather than following your gut on this? I mean, I love what I do. I'm not saying anything negative like that. I'm saying, are you becoming too reliant on other people to give you direction? Do you not trust yourself? Do you not trust your gut? Are you hesitant to follow that? I know that you I know that you've met somebody who you consider to be really wise and really life-changing in your life. I do see that this is a mentor of sorts in your life. I don't care about the age. I don't care about anything in the back. This is a mutual learning thing. So student, teacher, teacher, student. And what about it? All right. How can they help you trust yourself? Oh. It looks like they're going to put you on the fast track and not enable the situation. Not that they are enablers to you, but I do see a caring nature between the two. And I do see that they are pushing you to start actually gaining control over this. They're not going to be so active. I see the love, I see the celebration, I see everything in this, but I also see the faith that you're going to have to kind of step up. It's not abandonment. You're not being abandoned in this. You are taking a test, and the teacher has to be silent for this, so the student can put what they know and learn and what they and troubleshoot things into action. Have faith. It's going to be great. All right, you. If you're catching this could be a spirit message for you. Just listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're going to see what you need to know right now. So you're either watching this in passing or you've watched the entire series of videos. Either way, I hope that this resonates, but if it doesn't, don't feel bad. Don't force it. Go about your day. Go about your life. Not every reading is going to be for you. Not every messenger is going to be for you. Too many cards. Spirit. Wow, you are really hell-bent on coming out, aren't you? You got to face these abandonment issues right now, and it is involving personal relationships. Feeling like a choice in your life, like you are just a choice to somebody. That couldn't be further from the truth. Stop putting yourself in that position. You got to invest in yourself. Invest in what prioritizing relationships look like. You're not abandoned. Nobody's leaving you. It's really hard to be vulnerable in this scenario. So look, I see that you're not getting taken for a ride. Nobody is trying to pull the rug out from under you. This is not meant to be cruel in your life. It's not, I wouldn't want to call it tough love. It's loving care and showing you that you can do this yourself, that you can stand on your own. I think that this is probably one of the most genuine displays of love because it is pushing you to be your authentic best and what that looks like for you. And I do see that this is absolutely worth investing in this connection in your life, whether it's romantic or platonic, but it can't be fully invested in until you lose the fear that it's going to be ripped away from you. Not everything's going to be ripped from you, especially this. And it has to show you that you can stand on your own with having this in your life and with having it step back so that you can live this life. If you're coming across this might be a spirit message for you. I want to get a message on love. So think of a loved one. This can be romantic, it can be platonic, it can be whatever. It can be incoming love, reconciliation. What does Spirit want to tell you about this connection? And again, I'm never condoning abusive connections. So if that is the case, negate anything any reader is telling you about staying in an abusive situation. Do not do it. If they want to get better, awesome. But you don't have to put yourself in that. Okay, Temperance, King of Swords, throat chakra, crown chakra. We have change and freedom coming in. We have a lot of healing energy that is coming in, and it's coming in rather fast. All right, so what about it? What about this connection is healing? Okay, this can be somebody who is a complete different ethnic background. It can be somebody who's in a different age bracket. There's a big difference between this person and you. It might be completely different personalities. Totally fine. There is no wrong way to love and be in a relationship. So I'm saying taking a leap into something that is emotionally ready and giving and focused and driven. That is a lot of work. This is a lot of work on yourselves and a lot of work on the relationship. Final cards. It's going to take a lot of investing into this. There's a lot of things to overcome. This is personal issues that need to be overcome, but also I see victory in this, and I see creating this awesome future together. Now, in a relationship, this is involving not holding back and being about the work and making sure that everybody's in this for the right reasons rather than a sense of obligation, working on yourselves and the relationship. Focus. I really feel like this is good. Just because this person is vastly different from you in whatever form doesn't mean that it is wrong. And obviously I'm not going towards anything illegal, so don't even go there. But anyway, this is kind of beautiful. I love the polarities that are in this one. I think that it's going to bring for a really rich connection here. So congratulations. I love love, sorry.